Let's talk about some micro behaviors that make a person's brain allow their frame to get soaked up by yours. Pause before you speak. Pause as a process of thinking and centering yourself. Let the silence build some weight, because that weight will belong to you. Smile with your eyes and learn to get good at that. Let the other person be the one that leans toward you. So move less, speak slower. Just speaking softer will make them kind of start leaning in. And that makes them adopt the posture of coming into your frame automatically. Words will shape the frame, but it is absolutely your presence that locks that frame in. The stronger your internal belief is, the softer your voice can be. Keep that in mind. 2 is the quiet reframe. You don't disagree with them and you don't correct them. What you're doing is you're shifting the lens, and suddenly the story that they're holding doesn't serve them anymore. I think another way to look at that might be, I think that makes sense. And here's where I'd take it one step further. Permissionless certainty. And this is what you say when you've earned the right to steer the conversation, not because of any force, but because you clearly are anchored and in full composure. The reframe in conflict. In your any next disagreement, instead of arguing or correcting, pause, and I want you to memorize the phrase, I can actually see how you would see it that way. Would you be open to looking at it from another angle? You want to validate their frame. You're not trying to destroy it. So we're leading with respect instead of force, and it disarms defensiveness so fast. It's the frame of the interaction. A frame is a lens that somebody's mind is using to understand what's happening, how they define the interaction. But the frame decides who matters, who has the power, who has the rules, and what the rules are, and even how seriously that you are going to be taken. You are either creating the frame or you're stepping into someone else's. There is no neutral ground. What is it that makes a frame stick? What is it that makes it absorb someone else's frame? It's not your vocal volume, it's not charisma, it's not energy. The person whose frame wins is the one who believes in their version of reality the most and reacts to the other person the least. The person whose frame wins is the one who believes in their version of reality the most and reacts to the other person the least. Every frame has some kind of structure, and there's more to this than just having confidence. Every frame has 4 pieces that hold it together. We know the expectation there. That's what they think is pretty much going to happen. This is an autopilot script running in their brain. So if I walk into Starbucks, they expect me to order a coffee. If I sit down across from them in a sales call, they expect a pitch. Most people never challenge this, but if you can gently disrupt that expectation, you snap them out of autopilot, and that's your opening. Let's talk about rebuilding your personal frame when somebody else is trying to lead. First, we want to break expectation. We want to do that with presence, and we want to reframe perception with really calm and grounded behavior, and we want to redefine the moment by acting like your presence sets the tone. No fighting, no conflict, no argument, just a cleaner, stronger signal that reshapes the room without needing control.